Okay, so good day everyone. Let's talk about the last topic of your uh, midterm. So the last topic is about your nucleic acid, and we have to establish your foundation when it comes to nucleic acid because nowadays your molecular biology subject or concept is really gaining momentum when it comes to the diagnostic nature of the laboratory. So, isa siya sa special areas in the laboratory extended in order for us to what we call diagnose those very rare diseases. Even those mga drug resistant na mga organisms. So, it is actually your molecular biology ang usually naga-determine anang uh, resistance sa ato ang what we call different bacterias when it comes to antibiotics. So when it comes to those resistance, there are certain genes sa ato ang DNA that produces those proteins that makes your bacteria resistant to certain antibiotics. Okay? Like for example, kana inyong mga E. coli. Yes, E. coli actually producing the what we call the beta lactamases. Okay? Pag yung kag beta lactamases, those are proteins that will inhibit the antibacterial property of those common na mga antibiotics like for example, penicillin. We have the first generation na mga cephalosporins. Okay? Those are the drugs before very effective sa mga bacteria. But now, it is actually, they are considered ineffective. Okay? They are considered ineffective because of those proteins produced by certain bacteria. Because the bacteria ba yan nato, of course, when you try to compare that one to our classification sa ato ang mga cells, we have the prokaryotes and we have your eukaryotes. So when you talk about prokaryotes, those are the bacteria, yung mga algae, meaning to say they don't have those nucleus. But they have the genetic materials. They have the genetic materials, kana lang they don't have the nucleus, which is different from your eukaryotes. Like animals, kita, humans. We are a eukaryotic na mga organisms. Okay? So let's try to establish this one because when you talk about nucleic acid, it is one of those macromolecules. Okay? Macromolecules that's inside our individual cells. So usually, pag yung tag macromolecules, kasagaran jud ana katuman nato mga carbo, lipids, or katong proteins nato, okay, coming from our diet. Okay, those are proteins we break down to make it a very absorbable na form, which is your amino acids. Okay, si nucleic acid is also a macromolecules. Okay, it is also a macromolecules needed. Okay, it is also macromolecules needed in order for us to make our DNA. Okay, that's very important. So when I talk about it's a macromolecules, the question there is what is the monomer? Meaning to say, unsa ang uh, simple units sa ato ang nucleic acids and they call it the nucleotides. Those are the monomers. Your nucleic acid are considered polymers or the macromolecules. Pag mo yung kag very basic na units ato ang nucleic acid, they call it the nucleotides. Okay? Pag mo yung kag nucleotides, ang ilahang foundation ana is really a sugar. That is why mo bitaw ng gitawag nato sila na DNA deoxyribose, o di ba? Ribose. And then ang RNA it's the ribonucleic. Meaning to say, ang ilahang naka-anchor na sila sa ribose na sugar. And of course, later makita nato ang pathway asa pud gikan ng mga ribose na sugar, which is necessary in building our DNA because without those monomers like nucleotides, then we cannot establish or we cannot make our DNA inside our nucleus. Okay? Because that's the purpose of our nucleus, just to enclose those genetic materials. So, unsay purpose sa genetic materials, of course, we will go back to this central dogma or dili go back. That actually it's just a glimpse of your molecular biology. Okay, we will dig in further when you are going to tackle the cytogenetics and eventually your molecular biology. But I think mas deeper ang inyong concept when it comes to central dogma, when it comes to your cytogenetics. Okay, so it is detailed na discussion. But of course, as a glimpse lang for this discussion for our nucleic acid. Of course, the nucleic acid macromolecules, ang simple units nila, or meaning to say the building blocks. Okay, muna tong term. It's the building blocks of nucleic acid is your nucleotides or are your nucleotides. Now, when we build our nucleic acids, okay, we have to go back to this central dogma. Okay, but actually, this is just a representation of your DNA already. So kung manotice niyo guys, this is your DNA, di ba? It's a what we call a double helix. Sige, mention nila. It's a double helix and it has a staircase. Mo man na siya, murag hagdanan siya. Mura siya hagdanan na naka-fold. Okay, the reason why gina-fold nato na siya, it's because that is part of the or that is part of organizing our DNA because ang genome nato meaning to say each cells, okay, each cell sa body nato naman ay very long stretch of genome. Okay, it's very long stretch of genome that's around kung yung ka in each cell ha, that's around 6 feet na genome ha. So just imagine unsaon nimo na pag organize ang 6 feet within a cell na very or very small. It's a very micro na mga um social being. Okay? So muna siyang reason. The reason why we fold our DNA, it's because we want to organize those DNA para masakto siya sa ato ang what we call nucleus. Okay? So when we build our DNA now, this is our DNA. It's a double helix. It's very stable as compared to our RNA. Okay? But when we build our DNA, we need those nucleotides as mentioned. Ha? And those nucleotides, guys, dili na siya diha. Ang nucleotides nato mo na siya ang sides sa ato ang hagdanan. Okay? Meaning, if you look at a staircase or if you look at the stairs, di ba na siya sa side nato natay ginagunitan or anything that will stabilize the structure and kanang mga nucleotides mo na siya ang nag-line up diri. It's a chain, actually it's a chain of nucleotides. Okay? And of course, when we talk about the central dogma, we have to discuss the replication, transcription, and of course, the translation. Okay? So, the DNA is very stable. Kung manotice ninyo naka-fold pero naa siya mga individual segments, those are the genes. The whole stretch, katong giingon ako na 6 feet ang DNA nato, that's your genome, the whole stretch. But individual sa katong mga genome, natay mga segments, one, and then another na po diri. Those are the genes. Ang say purpose ana mga genes nato mo na sila ang considered as encrypted na mga codes. Kung baga, mo na sila ang ato ang mga nitrogen bases on the center. Mo na sila ato mga hagdanan. And those are considered your nitrogen bases. And each of those gene contains around several pairs of nitrogen bases. And those genes will encode or will establish or produce synthesis or synthesize your different proteins. Meaning to say, each of this gene na sila'y role. Meaning to say, each gene na sila'y corresponding na proteins na gina-produce. Now, when we make our, during sa mitosis nato, meaning the cell division, okay, we separate our cells, right? Because during sa active na cell division, especially sa mga organs, katong gi-mention nato sa cells na topic nato, especially those organs considered as what we call stable population, meaning to say they are actively dividing. If ever na damage, they can easily replace the damaged cells. So, unsa examples ana, liver, your skin cells, they are actively dividing. So when they are actively dividing, ang goal jud sa body nato or sa cells nato, when they divide, okay, when they divide, the mother cell should produce a daughter cells with equal amount of those chromosomes. Okay? Mo na goal sa cells yun na to. Dili pwede nang ang isa ka cell 46 chromosome, ang isa ka cell is just 43, 42. Because that is considered now a mutation sa ato ang mga cells. So ang goal sa mother cell when they divide is dapat ang kadtong mga daughter cells bisag pila ba na sila kabuok, upat, duha, should produce the same number of those chromosomes. Okay? And that is your what we call replication na process. Pag mo yung kag-replication, ato ang i-replicate ang chromosomes. Ano, mo bitaw ng I don't know if ever naagianan na ninyo ang mitosis ninyo, but I think it's a very basic na process, okay, of cell division. So mo bitaw nang sa synthetic na phase during sa interphase na phase, okay, or part of the replication, kinahanglan nato himuon ang chromosome instead of 46, mahimo siyang 92. Synthetic na phase before siya proceed sa G2 na phase. Okay? So sa G2 na phase, 92 na ang chromosomes. So mga tingala ta, nanong 92 siya na dapat, each cells should have 46 chromosomes. And the reason why, if ever na sa 92 chromosomes, meaning to say, ang cells is already preparing for the cell division. Amo na siya. So, when we have that DNA, 92 chromosomes, the cells is already preparing for the cell division. Meaning to say that one cell should divide into two and each cell should have 46 chromosomes. Okay? And that is majority of the cells in our body are considered somatic cells. Okay? When they divide, each daughter cell should have 46 chromosomes. And that is the process of replication. Meaning to say, ato ang i-replicate ang ato ang chromosomes within our body. And that chromosome is the organized form of your DNA. Yun. Di ba ang DNA nato is 6 feet, buta na to per cell. Kanang taas man ang process. Kanang DNA nag-organize nato para maigo siya sa cell considered as chromosome. Okay? It is considered as your chromosome. And if ever, naana sa chromosome na form ang ato ang mga DNA, meaning to say, they will eventually divide. Muna siya ang murag sign ba, na once naka-organize into chromosome, padulong na mo divide ang ato ang cell. Because murag going towards cell division. Kaya kung dili siya, inactively dividing ang cells nato, naana siya sa chromatin na form. Okay? Meaning to say, wala siya nakapackage in order to form the what we call chromosome. Meaning to say, inside our cells, kanang mga genetic materials, katagba, bulag siya, dispersed siya. Wala siya naka-form into chromosomes. And pag dispersed ganin na siya, okay, pag dispersed na siya, they are inactively dividing. Meaning, the cells will not divide. Okay, pag chromosome, then ready for division na siya. Okay, so let's proceed. We have the DNA replication. If we try to make our individual, like for example, kani siya na portion, ibutang na to kanina gene. It's a gene portion sa inyong genome is a genes. Kani siya na portion, intended ni siya to produce our albumin sa liver. So let's take for example, kani siya na DNA na ani siya sa liver. Ang liver na to, specialized na mga cells, mo produce og albumin. So kanina gene, morning mo produce sa ato ang albumin na protein, which is very important sa body nato. Okay? Now, what will happen sa transcription? Since ang DNA nato, guys, dili man na siya pwede nato igawas sa nucleus. O, kung ma-notice ninyo katong discussion nato sa cells, that is the reason why ang DNA sa eukaryotes naka-enclose na siya sa nucleus. Nga naman, it's very common to alteration or any chemical that can alter, or there are a lot of enzyme, okay, proteolytic enzymes or DNAs in particular it is actually an enzyme that will degrade your DNA if it is outside your cells or outside the nucleus. So unsay buhaton sa cells? Dili niya ipagawas ang DNA dito sa cytoplasm. Nga naman, na ay mga enzymes dito that will degrade the DNA. And one of those are your DNases or DNAs. Okay? So unsay buhaton karon sa cells? Ang buhaton sa cells, iya lang ning i-unwind or i-untwist. Meaning to say, pag untwist niya, okay, mo na ning arrow dire, kay mo naman siya pag-organize. Iha nang ibalik. So meaning to say, ang representation ana is mura na jud siya hagdanan. Kung wala siya nakatwist, mura na jud siya og hagdanan. Nga naman, unsay purpose ana if ever ang cells nato will decide to untwist our DNA. Ang purpose ana is this one, the transcription. Unsay laing term sa transcription nato? Copying our DNA. Okay? Meaning to say, i-photocopy lang nako. O like for example, sa kusina, o naakay what we call a recipe book sa cooking or baking. Ang book nimo perting bagaa sa recipe. Instead of bringing the whole book dito sa kitchen nimo, kay medyo heavy man siya, ay medyo bulky pa jud siya, unsay buhaton nato? Ang gusto lang akong buhaton nato na recipe na book is gusto lang akong buhat og katong spaghetti. So what will happen? Unsa inyong buhaton? I-xerox lang nako ang katong page na naay recipe sa spaghetti. Dili necessary igawas na ako ang whole book dito sa kitchen. Unsay dalon nako sa kitchen, it is just a photocopy of the spaghetti recipe. Okay, that's the analogy. In this case, ang ato ang DNA, okay, in this case, ang ato ang DNA dili kailangan ipagawas dito sa cytoplasm. Para what? Dili kailangan ipagawas dito sa endoplasmic reticulum na naay ribosomes para to make proteins. Nga naman, ma-degrade siya by the enzymes. Unsay buhaton sa cells? I-untwist niya. After i-untwist niya, what will happen? Transcription, meaning i-copy niya ang what? I-copy niya ang portion sa gene. Yun. I-copy niya ang portion sa gene that will encode for the albumin. Okay? Pero, dili tanan ha, dili the same na double-stranded na DNA ang ato ang i-copy. That is why during transcription, kaning isa ka portion diri intended for albumin synthesis is copied and this is now called your RNA. Your RNA is a single-stranded na nucleic acid or single-stranded na DNA. Okay? So kung ma-notice niyo, gi-copy naman niya mo na ni siya. Kaning RNA na to, it is just a piece of those DNA, meaning just a segment of DNA. Mo na siya ang portion na igawas nato sa cells or sa nucleus. Not the cells, ha? Kani siyang RNA mo na igawas nato sa nucleus. Nga naman, mo na ni siya ang, remember, ang endoplasmic reticulum nato, di ba? Continuous siya sa ato ang wall. Continuous siya sa wall sa ato ang nucleus. That's the purpose. Di ba na siya pathway? Naka-attach ang endoplasmic sa nucleus. Ang purpose ana is ang pathway na sa RNA. Or they call it, after transcription, using a segment template, they call it the mRNA this time. Okay? It's the mRNA. So katong mRNA, which is the copied form of your DNA template, mo na siya ang mogawas sa cells into endoplasmic reticulum, and in your endoplasmic reticulum, we utilize the ribosomes because momot siya rough endoplasmic. And after mo insert ang mRNA sa ribosomes, here comes translation. Okay? Here comes translation. Meaning to say, if translation will happen, we can now produce our albumin. Okay? And kung ma-notice niyo ang protein, naka-fold. Remember, ang function sa protein nyo is based on its shape, meaning the 3D conformation or 3D folding of your proteins. Okay? Let's proceed. Sige. So, nucleic acid, actually, ang first jud Okay? Ang first jud na um, wala pa siya naka-discover sa ano ha, DNA ha. Pero, ang first na naka-extract because this is the first uh, person who extracted um, the DNA from the cells, actually from the pus cells sa urine. Okay? Naka-extract siya, naka-discover siya. And ang first niya na gi-mention is dili pa nucleic acid. He called it the nuclein. Okay? Wala pa further details sa iya. Okay? Wala pa further details sa iya. So si Friedrich Richen, it is the first to extract the DNA or the nucleic acid from the nucleus, from the pus cells of the urine of the patient. Okay? The most complex yun. It's because we are producing proteins out from those nucleic acid. Okay? So it's a macromolecules, precipitation, the storage, transmission, and translation of genetic information. Okay? It is actually storage or library of genetic information, meaning to say, it is actually, as mentioned, as encrypted na codes. Pag encrypted na codes, those individual nitrogenous bases are intended to produce a certain protein spot. Okay, let's try to discuss that one. Okay, so there are two types of nucleic acid. Muna siyang ribose and of course the DNA and our RNA. Okay, so meaning to say, sa ilaha parang structure, makita nato sila na ang ato ang DNA or nucleic acid, naka-anchor na sila sa ribose nato. Okay, we have the function, storage, control synthesis. So, i-mention na nato siya. Meaning, pag storage, DNA mo nang produce of proteins that makes a human or that makes us, us. Ana. Okay? Kanatong buhok, itom. Kanang mata nato, naliwat sa atong mga parents, kung maingon ta, lips, the skin is brown or white. That is your DNA. Because what makes our characteristic when it comes to skin color, eyes, hair, unsay contributor ana is really your proteins. Asa man gikan ang proteins? Remember your translation coming from your DNA. Okay? So, mo nang giingon siya, it is actually the storage of genetic materials or information. And from your transcription, mo na siya, control synthesis of RNA. Okay? It's the ribonucleic acid. Na, the sequence of nitrogenous bases in DNA determines the protein development in new cells. Yun. Sige, mention na to. The genes that will encode for a particular proteins. Okay. What about your RNA? So may function niya. Synthesized by DNA for transportation of genetic information to the protein building apparatus in the cell. Unsa man yung protein building? Those are your ribosomes. Okay? Nganong giingon ma-transportation of genetic information. Kaya ang RNA nato is produced from DNA man. Ang DNA mo man siya ang source sa information. Unsay nganong nabuhat ang RNA, gi-copy lang nato siya. Nganong gi-copy nato siya? It's because necessary siya for the body to build certain proteins. Which is very important for a very essential physiological processes. Like for example, si balik nato na siya, si albumin. It's a very important carrier. Okay? It's a very important carrier. Aside from that, it is actually it has an important role in maintaining the homeostasis. Meaning to say, ang what we call fluid within sa extracellular and intracellular na space. Dakog role ang ato ang albumin ana. Intravascular and extravascular. Gina-maintain niya ang fluid. Okay? In order for us to maintain the fluid extravascularly, intravascularly, kinahanglan nato constant production of albumin. Because your albumin is 60% sa protein sa ato ang body is really your albumin. Inga na siya kadako ang role. Nga naman, daghan mo siya og role. Carrier siya sa mga lipids. Okay? Because your lipids cannot engage in a hydrophilic environment. Okay? So meaning to say, the albumin, kinahanglan nato i-carry ang ato ang mga fatty acids. Nga naman, para ma-store nato siya sa adipose because Remember, na nga tong circulation is composed of 70% water. So ang fatty acids or fats na to, dili na sila ka travel alone sa ato ang circulation. Nga naman, they cannot mix up with our aqueous environment. That is why kinahanglan nila og carrier. And mo to example, kinahanglan na to mo produce og constant amount of albumin in order to maintain the homeostasis and to maintain the role and maintain the transportation of these macromolecules. Mo na siya ang role sa ato ang RNA. Kanang RNA nag-produce, nakakopy na siya, meaning to say, ready na siya for production of certain proteins. Okay? Mo tong giingon na giniha sa atong central dogma. Okay? Directs the synthesis of new proteins using the genetic information it has transported. Okay? So, meaning to say, we use our ribosomes in their rough endoplasmic reticulum. And here comes the name. After transcription, ang RNA nato is called your mRNA or the messenger RNA. Meaning to say, ang RNA ma-produce sa nucleus is called the messenger RNA or ribonucleic acid. Sa name pa lang niya daan, it carries a message. Okay? It will carry a message. Unsa to na message? To produce your proteins. Unsa ang need sa protein. Okay? Let's proceed. This is now the structure. Dimension ako sa inyo ha. When it comes to our nucleic acids. Okay? We have to understand, we have to establish this structure para at least mas masabta nato ang ato ang building blocks of this nucleic acid or the DNA. Okay? Because your DNA, bisan pag ana na siya kataas, bisan pag unsa na siya kataas, 6 feet per cell na siya, it is actually made up of a single nucleotides. And those nucleotides are anchored on what we call ribose na sugar. Okay? Pag may tag ribose, guys, or they call it the pentose na sugar. Okay? It's a ribose sugar or pentose na sugar, meaning to say it has 5 carbon chain. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's pentose. Okay? And it is called the ribose na sugar. Nganong gitawag siya ribose na sugar? Actually, the origin of this nucleic ribose na sugar is from the pentose phosphate pathway. Muna siya kung i-mention, just a glimpse ha, sa atong discussion sa glycolysis. Ang ato ang substrate na ginagamit nato to produce our pyruvate is your glucose. The process is called the glycolysis. Need nato ang glucose. But natay detour anin aside. Kaning detour, it also utilizes the substrate produced by glycolysis sa first step niya. This is the glucose 6-phosphate. So meaning to say duha ang fate sa ato ang glucose 6-phosphate. Producing the pyruvate, this one, towards TCA or the tricarboxylic or the Krebs cycle, eventually producing our energy. The other pathway is the pentose phosphate pathway. Ang goal sa pentose phosphate pathway is to produce our ribose na sugar. Pasensya na mo sa saba dire ha. Kailangan kay mga bata. But anyway, let's proceed. Ang goal sa atong pentose phosphate is to produce the ribose, mo na siya ribulose, eventually producing the ribose na sugar. And kanang ribose na sugar, mo na siya ang foundation sa ato ang individual nucleotides. And the reason why, of course, naman na siya mga different functional groups. This is very necessary in order for the reaction to take place. Kaya mo man na siya ang mo interact with one another. Ang difference sa ribose and deoxy, this is your DNA and this is your ribose. Okay? Your deoxyribose, gitawag siya na deoxyribose, it's because on the second carbon, gi-remove na to ang oxygen. Tanawa ninyo sa difference sa ato ang ribose sugar. Ang sa second carbon OH, pero tanawa ang deoxy. second carbon is H lang or hydrogen lang. Okay? Gi-remove na to sa second carbon ang oxygen mo nang gitawag siya deoxy. Meaning to say we remove our oxygen. That's the difference between the structure of your RNA and DNA. And the reason why ang ato ang DNA is more stable as compared to our RNA, since ang RNA nato is single-stranded raman siya. Okay? Aside from that na single-stranded siya, kung manotice niyo sa ato ang third, second, and third na carbon, puros OH ni siya. Kanimang mga OH, they can easily interact with other reactive oxygen species in the bloodstream. So, ang RNA na to, very unstable because open siya and ang ato ang second carbon is OH, meaning to say, it can easily interact. Like for example, acidic na environment, taas ang hydrogen. It will easily interact. This will make water, something ana. Or kung naa may mga free radicals that will easily bind to this OH, kaya open man gud ni siya. Okay, open na siya. It can, what we call, it can be reduced. Okay? It can be reduced. It can be added by other hydrogen. Munang sa molecular biology na laboratory, very, very delicate ang processes when you are going to extract an RNA. That's true. It's very delicate. It's because there are certain factors that can easily degrade your RNA because of this one. Aside sa single-stranded, it's very unstable because of this OH na group. Okay? So remember the difference between the structure, coming from the pentose phosphate na pathway. Okay? So we have now the nucleic acid. Okay? That's very important. We have the ribose. We have to build now our nucleotides, which is necessary for building our DNA. Remember ninyo, let's go back to the hagdanan, okay? The staircase. Katong side are considered the pentose phosphate, sugar phosphate na backbone. Katong sa side nato na mga mura o siya og kaning murag stabilizer ba? Okay? Para dili mag-move ang ato ang nasa center. Ang katunang sa side is a stabilizer. Katong stabilizer, it is composed of individual na nucleotides. And those individual nucleotides, it has also a different functional groups which is necessary in order to interact one nucleotides from the other nucleotides. Okay? And when we talk about nucleotides, dapat natay portion diha na dapat bantayan. Ang nucleotides actually has what we call the ribosugar, nitrogenous na base, and what? Phosphoric acid or the phosphate group. Okay? Phosphoric acid or the phosphate na group. Muna siya, in order to make the nucleotides, dapat na siya ribosugar, na siya this one, either na niya, dili na tanan. Depende unsa ang pairing na to later on. Ribosugar, na siya nitrogenous na base. Pero, if ever ang ato ang nucleotide wala gani phosphoric in this case, sugar lang og nitrogenous na base, it is called nucleoside. Walay phosphate If ever ang nucleoside, if we add phosphate sa nucleoside, it will now become nucleotides. Okay? So, ang nucleotides, phosphate, sugar, and nitrogenous na base. Any of this, it's either purine or pyrimidine. Okay? And ang purine nato, this one. Duha na ang nitrogenous na base sa purine. Guanine and adenine. Ang sa pyrimidine naman, we have cytosine, uracil, and thymine. Okay? Kung manotice ninyo, ang ato ang naming sa ato ang nitrogenous bases, usually ang mga purine is mga guanosine, okay, mga osine. Ang adenine usually sa mga textbook sa nomenclature, that's adenosine. Okay? May not to say, pag mayroon kag osine, that will imply na purine na siya. But in the case of your pyrimidine, it's more on in. Cytosine, thymine, uracil. Okay, those are the pyrimidine. Okay? Muna ang structure sa nucleotides na to. Now, we have now your synthesis of your DNA. So remember ha, ang isa ka nucleotide, muna ni ang nucleotide na to guys. Ang isa ka nucleotide composed of phosphate, your sugar, and here comes your nitrogen base. Wala pa ni siya dire. But usually, ang nitrogen base na to naka-attach siya asa first carbon na position sa ato ang ribose. Okay? Ang ato ang phosphate asa naka-attach? Naka-attach siya sa fifth. 'Di ba ang carbon na to oxygen man eh. Ang carbon na to is 1, 2, 3, 4. The fifth carbon is this one. Mo nang gitawag siya na pentose or ribose. And ang phosphate na to naka-attach na siya sa ato ang fifth na carbon. And the phosphate actually gives the what we call acidic na nature sa ato ang nucleic acid. Okay, or the nucleotides. Okay. Now, kaning line, remember this one. These individual nucleotides will interact with one another to form what? To form this one. Sugar phosphate backbone. Unsa man na siya? Katong kilid sa hagdanan. Okay? Unsa gitawag anang sa hagdanan kanang sa di ba rung? I think it's RUNG kanang rung. Okay? Ang kanang sa rung para mas stable siya, kinahanglan nato og mura siya og stabilizer sa side. Kanang side composes of sugar phosphate backbone. And kanang sugar phosphate backbone is composed of chain of nucleotides, this one. Okay? Nganong gitawag siya og sugar phosphate backbone? Because ang interaction of one nucleotide to the other nucleotide is based on the phosphate and the sugar. Kira? Di ba ang ato ang this one is sugar, this one is phosphate. Kung manotice nyo ang interaction, no? Ang ato ang phosphate will interact with the third carbon na sugar. Okay? That is why, isa na siya sa bantayanan na to. That is why, kung manotice nato sa structure sa inyuha yun, kung manotice nato sa structure sa inyuhang DNA and your RNA, ang third carbon is dapat naka-OH na siya. Nga naman, dapat open siya ba? It can easily interact with the other functional group. Mo ang purpose nga ng OH ni siya. Okay? It's very important. Okay? Mo nang OH na siya. Now, the nucleotides are all oriented in the same direction, meaning to say, when you talk about the complementary base pairing, when you talk about the what we call sugar phosphate backbone, usually manggod pag makakita mo og sequence bitaw sa ato ang DNA, di ba naatay kung inyo nang tanawon sa inyong reference book, di ba naatay sequence gina-provide na 5 prime and then we have the sequence AATTTCC something ana. And then ang last ana is 3 prime. Okay? Unsay pasabot ana? 5 prime meaning 5 na kama sa taas. Ang 3 prime 3 last na kama. Mo na siya ang pasabot ana niya. Ang first diri na nucleotide sa ubos, ang pinaka-bottom. Ang pinaka-bottom ang na-expose is the third carbon. Mo nang naatay what we call 3 prime. Ang pinakataas is ang na-expose is the phosphate. Mo nang ang phosphate nato is asa man to 5th carbon, right? So mo nang ang sequence nato diri is 3 prime and 5 prime. Okay? Sa ato pala ng sugar phosphate backbone ha. Sa ato pala ng sugar phosphate backbone. Wala pa ta nag-mention sa nitrogenous base, meaning ang complementary base pairing diri. Okay? Mo na siya ang reason. Nganong sa sequence sa ato ang exam, makita ninyo na mga sequences diya na naay 5 prime and then ang end naman sa sequence is 3 prime. Mo na siya ang reason. The 5 prime mo na siya, it implies na ang pinaka-top is nag-end sa fifth na carbon. Ang pinaka-bottom, ang exposed is ang third na carbon. Mo ng 3 prime to 5 prime direction or the other way around. Okay? Or the other way around. Narao, the phosphate group joins with third carbon of one sugar to the fifth carbon of the next line. Okay? So fifth carbon, third carbon. So same. Phosphate, third carbon. Phosphate, the third carbon. Okay? Let's proceed. Now here comes your nitrogenous base na karon. Mo na siya ang gimension na sa inyo ha, the nucleotides. Okay, kompleto na siya ha. Kung yung kag nucleotides unsa ganito ang ato ang composition, we have your phosphate, sugar, and your nitrogenous na base. So unsay manotice ninyo? Na ay sequence diri oh. It will depend. Unsa ni siya na sequence? Like for example, sa ato ang transcription, katong gi-mention ako sa inyo na gene. Like for example, kani isa ni ka gene. Kanina gene or kanina mga bases encodes for a certain proteins. Okay? So meaning to say, if albumin ang need nako, and if ang cells na ay portion sa DNA that will encode your protein na albumin, kinahanglan nako ni kapihon. Okay? Igawas nako, mahimo ni siyang mRNA during sa transcription. Okay? And kung manotice ninyo, since naamatay bond formation, the nitrogenous base is attached to the first carbon. And kana na bond na involved diya, since we are talking about sugar or carbohydrates, it is called glycosidic bond. Okay? That is called your glycosidic bond. Muna, it's a covalent bond ha. It's a covalent. Meaning to say, dili na siya basta-basta ma-degrade or dili siya basta-basta ma-lyse because it's a covalent bond. What about this one? Okay? What about this one? Your phosphate, okay? Your phosphate is attached sa fifth carbon with the or called the ester bond. Okay? Ang phosphate na attached karon sa ato ang fifth carbon is called the ester bond. Now, kung manotice niyo ang phosphate i-attach sa other nucleotides, this one. No sa? Phosphate i-attach sa ato ang third carbon sa other nucleotides. Ang bond na involved is phosphodiester bond. Okay? It's phosphodiester bond. Nga naman, nanong gitawag siya diester? Di ba phosphate ni siya? That's your phospho. Nga nung gitawag siya diester? Nga naman, di ba ang phosphate na to, unsay bond, di ba ester bond? Kaning another bond from one nucleotide to the other is called an ester bond. That is why they call this bond as phosphodiester na bond. And this is your glycosidic bond. Okay? So here comes the sequence. Mo na siya ang necessary na sequence sa ato ang certain proteins. Like for example, okay? Kinahanglan na nako ni siya kapihon. The bases are attached to the first carbon. O yun. Ang bases, it will depend ha. Kung sa ganito, pag guanine and adenine, purine. Pag cytosine, thymine, and ano sa itong isa? Uracil. Okay? Actually, ang ano guys ha, ang uracil and thymine, it will depend unsa na sugar ang naa. Pag RNA gani, unsa depende sa nucleic acid. Pag RNA gani, they use the uracil instead of thymine. Okay? And pag ano gani, pag what we call DNA gani, thymine ang ginagamit nila. Okay? It's cytosine, uracil, and thymine. But magdepende na ha. Pag DNA, thymine ang ginagamit. Pag RNA, uracil ang ginagamit. Okay? Their order is important. It determines the genetic information of the molecule. Okay? Meaning to say, dili pwede i-interchange. It doesn't mean na kani mga codes diri pwede ra nako siya ibali-bali. Mo bitaw nang ang reason nganong covalent bond, it's a glycosidic bond para dili siya dali ma-detach. Because otherwise, if we are going to make a hydrogen bond, which is a non-covalent na bond, it will easily detach. What will happen? Pwede siya ma-interchange. And what will happen if ma-interchange na siya? That is called now your mutation. There are different forms of mutation. Frame shift mutation. Okay? We have your other mutations that can actually remove all those sequence, meaning to say kani ma-remove, mawala ni siya. If that's your frame shift mutations, okay? Other mutations pwede ma-add, na ma-add sa sequence. That is called mutations. So unsay buhaton sa cells. I-make sure niya na ang integrity sa individual bases in place jud na siya. Nga naman, kanina sequence guys, kung mo na siya naka-encode for your albumin, dili na dapat siya ma-interchange o dili siya dapat mausab. Because kung naalay isa ka base na mausab dire, that will encode for what? That will encode for other proteins. Or if naay mausab diri sa sequence, it will not encode proteins or it will no longer encode proteins. So that is actually a mutation. So what will happen? Like for example, in any mutation, walay protein or walay albumin. Like in the case of what we call the hypoalbuminemia. Ang role sa albumin, since it maintains the fluid inside out, if ever wala gani albumin sa body, that can cause edema. Kung manotice nyo nang kanang sa mga liver patient, kanang mga cirrhosis, wala man na gina-produce, si liver man na nag-produce albumin. So kung manotice niyo na sila, okay, walay albumin, meaning to say, okay, meaning to say, our fluid dili mag-move from outside inside. What will happen? Ma-retain siya sa atuang peritoneal area or peritoneal cavity. What will happen? Mudako ang tiyan. Munang manotice niyo sa inyong mga cirrhosis patient, end stage na liver disease, managko ang tiyan. Nga naman, ang sulod ng tiyan is tubig. Nga naman, wala sila albumin. That is true. I think it's the albuminemia or no, it's albuminemia. It's a mutation. Okay? So kung wala, ma-retain ang fluid. So unsay cause na, it's a mutation. Meaning to say, na natanggal or pwede na exchange or na nadungag. In that case or in any of those reasons, ang tendency, kanina genes can no longer produce the proteins. So what will happen? It's a mutation. Muna, it's very important na once mo copy ang ato ang cells for transcription, kapihon jud niya na from A to Z. Meaning to say, kapihon jud niya na in detail unsa ang sequence. Otherwise, walay albumin ma-release sa body. Now, here comes the total structure of your DNA. Okay, ato lang katong structure na gipakita nato sa first slide, katong sa central dogma, katong sa replication. This is now the structure where we untwist. Meaning to say, mo na siyang hagdanan, literal na hagdanan na straight na naay mga rungs. Kaning mga nitrogenous bases, mo na siya ang mga rungs. So meaning to say, sa hagdanan, mo nito siya ang ato ang ginatamakan. Ang sa side, mo na siya ang ato ang mga sugar phosphate backbone. Pero kung ma-notice niyo guys, tanawan ninyo, based sa sequencing na to, natay 5' and 3' end. So kabalo na ta ato. 5' it's because ang phosphate nag-end sa 5th carbon, 3' because nag-end sa bottom ang 3rd carbon. Kung ma-notice ninyo, opposite siya sa pikas na sugar phosphate backbone. Okay? Opposite siya. Meaning to say, tanawa, gibali man nila. Gibali. Meaning to say, in each of this DNA na complementary, it's a complementary base pairing ha. Kung 5' to 3' diri, bali siya diri, it's the 3' kay expose ang 3rd carbon and 5' kay expose ang 5th carbon. That is actually the essence of a anti-parallel na DNA. Okay? Unsay pasabot sa anti-parallel? Of course, anti-parallel. Kung parallel, straight lang na siya. Same. Kung mayroong parallel, it's symmetrical ba? It's the mirror image. Pag mayroong parallel, it's symmetrical. It's mirror image of each other. Meaning kung 5' dire, it is also 5' dire. Pero in this case, it's different. Okay? Gibalin niya na. No? Kuyaw kaayo ang ano? Kuyaw kaayo ang Ginoo pagkabuhat. Because naapo ni siya purpose nganong gibali sa DNA. Nganong 3 5 nganong 3 prime 5 prime. That is the anti-parallel na concept sa ato ang DNA. Unsay purpose ana niya? In any damage guys, in any damage, okay? In any damage ato ang DNA, it can be easily repaired, okay? It can be easily repaired by tracing our different sequence with those anti-parallel na concept. Kung naay damage, dali ra nato ma-repair ang ato ang DNA because of that concept of anti-parallel. Okay? Anti-parallel. Muna siya ang reason. So meaning to say it's anti-parallel, it's the opposite ha. Okay? Muna siyang main reason, it's because during sa ato ang repair, dali siya ma-trace or dali siya ma-build ang ato ang pag-repair. Now, here comes the sequence which is very important. Kaya medyo dagandaghan po ang question ani sa exam. Very basic lang niya. Okay? Very basic lang ni siya. Kung manotice ninyo ang pairing, this is just the basic na pairing ha. It's because naapod tayo ginatawag na wobble effect. Ayaw lang na kayo na i-consider ang wobble effect. That is actually the concept on your molecular biology. Okay? So, ang basic pairing, remember na, mura na siya, basic rin na siya sa ato ang exam. Ang basic pairing is ang adenine will pair with thymine. Sa DNA niya, sa DNA. And ang cytosine will pair with guanine. Ingana na naka-basic, wala na ilain. O, ingana na lang memorization ninyo sa ato ang exam. Okay? Ingana lang memorization. Thymine will pair with adenine, vice versa. Cytosine will pair with guanine, vice versa. Okay. Ingana ang inyong bantayan sa exam. Now, here comes the tricky part para at least makabalo mo. If ever, muhatag ko sa inyo og question sa exam na 5 prime, okay, this one 5 prime to 3 prime. Okay? 5 prime, akong gisugod dito 5 prime, and then mo na siyang sequence, G, C, C, A, T, T. And then ang last is 3 prime. Meaning 3 and then comma sa taas. Okay? Unsa may answer ninyo? Ang answer dapat ninyo should be the opposite or the anti-parallel ha. Remember ninyo ang anti-parallel ninyo ha. Okay? Unsa i-answer ninyo? Unsa may answer ninyo? Ang G i-pair nako sa C, C, G, C, G, ang A, T, T, A, T, A. Pero, ang answer ninyo, it's the opposite. Since ang gihatag nako is 5 prime to 3 prime, ang ihatag ninyo na base pairing should be 3 prime. Sa choices ninyo, kung muhatag ko og 5 prime to 3 prime, sa choices na inyong pangitaon, dapat magsugod sa 3 prime. And then sequence 5 prime. Kira? Kung 5 prime to 3 prime, ang inyong answer should be 3 prime to 5 prime because that is the basic concept of your anti-parallel na DNA. Okay? Muna na siya ang basic pairing ha. Kung manotice nyo yung hydrogen nato, tulo ang naka-attach sa ato ang C and G pairing, duha naman sa ato ang A and T. Okay? That's the question. Sir, nganong dere covalent bond, glycosidic, nganong sa center Nganong kinahanglan ang center hydrogen, dili man siya covalent because hydrogen is a non-covalent bond. Pag mayroon kag non-covalent bond, they are weak na mga bonds. Unsay purpose ana? Ang purpose ana nganong weak na bonds ang ato ang gibutang in between those base pairing, it's because of the transcription. O di ba? Kinahanglan nato kapihon, di ba? Kinahanglan nato kapihon ang ato ang DNA. Like for example, this one. Di ba gi-untwist na nato siya, mura na siya hagdanan. What will happen next? Kinahanglan na ako ni siya kapihon. Pero dili siya literal na photocopy lang ibutang ha. Kinahanglan na ako na siya i-break ang kaning mga hydrogen bonds. Kinahanglan ako i-break ang mga hydrogen bonds in order for me to copy this individual sequence, that gene. And unsa na enzyme ang mo break ani para makopy nako ni na portion, that's your helicase. Oh, remember that one ha? Helicase enzyme. Unsay purpose sa helicase? Siya ang mo break ani mga hydrogen bond during transcription process. And afterwards, since na-break, kung nakopy na nako siya, na-transcribe na nako siya, ibalik na pud nako ang mga bonds. Okay? Ibalik nako ang mga bonds para ma-fuse na pug balik mo mura og ma-reconnect nato ang ato ang DNA and ma-form lang gyapon nato ang ato ang double stranded. Unsay purpose aning picture nato? Kung manotice niyo, di ba? Familiar ni sa ato ang mga gamit. It is called the Velcro. Familiar mo? This is your Velcro. O, kung manotice niyo ang Velcro, di ba? Nana siya yung mga string and then ang string nato i-attach siya sa katuang murag hook, di ba mga hook ni siya? And then kani mga string. Unsay relevance ana sa ato ang DNA? Okay? That's the question. Another question. Nganong ang ibutang nato diri is hydrogen bond na very weak man siya. What if na mga certain what we call interfering or damaging or degrading na mga factors? What will happen? Dili ba ni siya ma-degrade or ma-break ang ato ang mga DNA? The answer is no. Ngano man? Tanawan ning Velcro. Kung inyuhan ni siyang ang kaning individual na string, okay? Kaning individual na string, kung inyo ni siyang i-attach sa hook individually ha, kung birahon ninyo na siya, di ba very fragile. Kung isa lang ato i-consider. Kung isa lang ang atong i-consider sa string and hook, dali siya maputol. Pero just imagine, ang 6 feet, just imagine ha, ang 6 feet na genome na DNA sa ato ang cells, that is composed of billions ha. Billions of what? Billions of those nitrogenous bases fused or linked by an hydrogen bond. Just imagine, ing ana kadaghan ang hydrogen bond. So dili ba siya ligon? Ligon kaayo. Okay? Perting ligon na. Nga naman, just imagine, bisa pag mayroon kag millions lang of those base pairs na na hydrogen bond. Dili siya basta-basta matibag. Mura siya yung ani. Kung individual, very fragile. Pero as a whole siya gamita. As a whole gamita, pero biraha siya on the opposite end. Di ba lisod, gahi siya birahon. Nga naman, ligon man siya. It's because it is connected by thousands of those strings sa ato ang hook, which is the same concept sa ato ang DNA. The reason why nganong hydrogen, it's because kinahanglan nato siya i-break during transcription to copy. Okay? And the enzyme is helicase. And dili siya basta-basta um, dili siya basta-basta ma-separate ang atong double-stranded. It's because we have what we call millions of hydrogen bonds connecting our two strands. Okay? Millions connecting our two strands. Okay? And that's very important, ha? So, I guess, very important concept. That is actually your purines and pyrimidines. Ang ato ang purines has two rings. Meaning mas dako siya ba? and guanine. Ang pyrimidines nato isa lang na sila ka ring. Unsay na notice niyo sa atong pairing? Unsay na notice niyo sa ato ang pairing? Di ba walay pairing na guanine, walay pairing na pyrimidine, pyrimidine, purine, purine. Tanan pairing, ang i-pair niya is purine and pyrimidine dyan na nitrogenous bases. Kung manotice niyo, guanine, purine man eh. Cytosine, your pyrimidine. Ang adenine, purine man eh. Ang thymine sa DNA, uracil RNA, ang thymine is pyrimidine. Okay? Nganong gituyo na siya pag pair? It's because kabalo ang cells na if ever, wait lang, if ever i-pair na ko ang duha ka purine, unsay mahitabo? Medyo bulge, dako ang diameter sa DNA, which is dili dapat. Okay? And ang pinaka-common na DNA nato is really the B DNA. Daghan man na, it's A, Z, okay? Ang pinaka, or actually, existing na DNA jud sa ato ang body is your BDNA. Okay? So kung manotice ninyo, dili na to pwede i-pair ang duha ka purines. Nga naman, muburot ang ato ang DNA. Wait lang. Muburot ang ato ang DNA. Dili na mao ang diameter. It will, asa man na siya, uh, asa man na siya ma-implicate sa ato ang organization. Dili siya ingon dali ma-organize if ever bulky ba. So kung like for example, duha ka purine, muburot ni siya diri. Di na siya mao na diameter. Okay? Unya kung puro pod pyrimidine, unsay mahitabo? Sexy, very slim, di ba? Kung both purine, tambok. Kung both pyrimidine pod, since isa lang sila ka ring, o sexy, muslim diri na side, o what will happen? Dili even. O dili even ang diameter sa ato ang DNA. Mo nang gituyo siya. Cells will pair up purine and pyrimidine and the other way around. So, okay? So remember the complementary base pairing ha, and the anti-parallel na structure. Okay? Let's proceed. So remember your different nitrogenous bases. So kung mangutana, unsay difference katong deoxy sa second carbon, aside from that, sa ato ang purines and pyrimidines, ang ato ang thymine sa DNA, ang RNA naman your uracil. Okay, that's all for our nucleic acid na discussion. And we will have our another quiz for our um, nucleic acid next week. We will have a quiz this week. Thank you and good day.